Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here and welcome back to our second episode in my Football Manager 2018 save with Olympic Lyon, and we are playing FC Midtjylland today. I think I said that right, probably didn't. We are playing them in the Europa League. Hopefully we can pick up a win. This is the group we got drawn in with Midtjylland, Hapoel Beersheva, yeah, them guys, and it's Real Sociedad. Don't know why the names aren't fixed. I will look into it, but I do actually now have all the badges, which is, you know, yay. Let's have a look how form has been. How's our schedule been? So last time you saw us, we played Strasbourg, and we beat them 1-0, having Jordan Ferry sent off. Nabil Fekir got the goal. And then played against Rennes, and we lost 1-0 with a Ismaili Sarr penalty in the 71st minute. Played against Bordeaux and beat them 3-1. Memphis Depay, Bertrand Traoré and Nabil Fekir. And that's when I swapped back to my much loved double shadow striker formation, and it seemed to work. We managed to beat Bordeaux quite comfortably, to be honest with you. Then played FC Nantes, picked up a 2-1 victory against them. Memphis Depay and Moreno scoring after Lucas Lima equalised. We have then just recently played Gunamp in a game that we probably should have found a little bit easier. But Moreno managed to get a goal in the first minute. It was the only goal of the game. Pretty boring game, to be 100% honest. But I do not care as long as we pick up the victory. And that's it so far, lads. So let's go to the squad. Let's go to the team. And let's let's sort out today's squad. Team selection. I did play a slightly weakened side. So Memphis will come back in. Santa Maria can drop out. Moreno can start up front again because he played well in the last game. Morial for Mendy. Where are you? Ferdinand Mendy. Tete can start again because he had such a good game. Marcelo and Mbiwa. Tonelli can come back in after the injury if he wants to. Yes, thank you. And I think that's the starting lineup we are set to go with. Actually, do I play Toussaint because he's whinging a lot about game time? Ball winning midfielder, support. I think I'm happy with that. Also, transfer wise, the transfer window has shut. Did we do much? Just Chuba Akpom, which I pretty much mentioned was going to come in. I felt was quite a good deal because it's the potential. His add-ons, but it's more international appearances and goals and stuff. And if he like achieves them, he's definitely more than worth the 3.8 million. Let's submit the squad. Submit the team. And get into this one. Hopefully a victory. I say. I now actually have faces. I have these square ones. I don't know what you guys think of them, but this is what I've gone with. Yeah, I think the face is fitting alright like that. It's iOS or something like that. I can't 100% remember. It's basically what I had last year. Also, I always click on auto, but I seem to have to do it every time, so that to me isn't automatic. Let's go out and give the fans a performance to cheer about. Attack. Assertive. Yeah, I'm still not, guys, still not really 100% happy about doing it this way. I think there's a much better way. I have faith. This was just pretty much the technique I went with last year and seemed to work okay. I mean, some of the players look okay. Let's go to the tunnel where I will say absolutely nothing before the start of the game. My assistant can do that. There's one thing also, guys, I did not realise, like, if you scroll, it gets bigger and smaller. Like, that's cool. I mean, I don't know how far out or in you guys think I should have it. Also, I do watch it on extended highlights, when I'm not recording, just so I can see more of the game and what's going on. Hopefully, though, we can pick up our first win in the Europa League today. Hopefully, there's something that happens in this game, or else this is going to be a very short update episode. The next game is PSG, but I thought this was probably the best one, considering we'll probably get absolutely battered by PSG. I just thought this was probably the better game to bring. Hopefully, kicking off the Europa League right. Marino is in and does not score. Why didn't he square that across? I hope we can keep the form going, because we've not exactly been stats-wise convincing, but we have been. Tonelli, Toussaint, right, blazes that over. We've been more than good enough to win the games that we've played in. This winter cold is absolutely destroying me. Oh, come on, lads. It's just frustrating that we've had all the chances so far and not scored. I haven't had any games yet where it's been really comfortable. The Bordeaux one was quite too sad again. The Bordeaux game was pretty comfortable, to be fair, but when they, because it went 2-1, so when they came back in, nervy, absolutely nervy. But I don't know why I went back to the system. I just decided I'm going to go back with the Shadow Strikers. It worked for me at Inter Milan. I know they're going to get a breakaway, thank you. Worked at Inter Milan. I do think the players can play this, and I couldn't find a winger formation last year really that ever worked for Kia. Yes, go on for Kia. Get in. 1-0. I really want us to progress, because I think, not that we could, but it's a good tournament for us to test ourselves in, and I think we should be able to go quite deep in this tournament. I hope. Memphis, Moreno, nice play. Good finish. We are absolutely in control, really, to be honest. Which I expect, considering our stature and theirs. But I've never, since last year's Football Manager, had a formation with wingers work. None of them seem to work for me. So I've gone back to this, more attacking wing-back kind of formation in the hopes that it works. And will they get this first highlight and score? Oh, nervy. No. Great save, Lopez. That would have been really frustrating. Yeah, just cannot get a formation with wingers to work, so I'm more than happy to play this kind of formation and train Fekir and Depay to play as Shadow Strikers, which I think they both can quite comfortably stat-wise. It just seems to say on the game that they are not very comfortable in the roles, but they've seemed to have taken to the roles pretty well quickly, and Moreno losing the ball there, which is exactly what you don't want. Fekir. I think this would be a decent win, to be honest with you. Moreno, Tete. Poor balling, Tete. Poor balling. I mean, a victory here means that we have, going into the PSG game, that we've lost one and won every other game. So apart from that one loss where we then decided to change formation and change how we were going to play, we've been pretty strong. So hopefully that's just a sign of things. Come on, Fekir. Yes! 2-0. Thank you. That's got to be terrible goalkeeping, but I will take it. Absolutely take it. So I think there is definitely potential this year for this Lyon team, for me. And they've got a young... This is what I really like about them. It's a really young squad to build on. So I definitely... he's kind of just pushed it onto the onto the post and it's gone in, but I will take that. I think they've kind of got the squad where just a few extra pieces, and we're definitely a top 3 team in France. I think we're not quite there this season. I'm quite happy in the mindset that we'll finish top 4. We should finish top 4. It will be a bit frustrating if we can't. Are we going to the halftime screen? Right, here we go. I found this happens a lot. Sometimes it runs like really quick. Don't get me wrong, I don't have an amazing PC, but sometimes it runs really quick, and other times it's a little bit more chuggy, but I don't really understand because there's nothing open in the background. But Fekir, clearly the standout, but Memphis Depay apparently not having a great game. In possession well, good conversion in the final third. lost a lot of potential in central area, possession in central areas, which isn't a good thing, considering we play all down the middle. I'm going to let the assistant do the halftime team talk, and he does me justice. Hopefully this year we can break. I think it took me, well, you guys didn't see, but it took 4 seasons to break Juventus in Italy last year for me. So maybe in 3 we can break PSG, but I would say that PSG have got better resources, definitely more money, better resources, and a better squad than that Juventus side in Italy. So I think it's going to be very difficult to break that, being Lyon. But there's one thing I did realise: we are absolutely filthy, dirty rich. I don't know what it's at now, but there was 100 in the balance, so that's pretty rich. Let's bring Akpom on as a defensive forward support, and here we go. Fekir as a complete forward attack, and Memphis as a complete forward attack, and you are going to go here, and Santa Maria. There we go. That's the change I'm going to make. I've not tried this, but why not? We're 2 up. Things seem to be going well. This is the time to experiment. I mean, we've had 22 shots, 8 on target. Should be more than 2-0. Definitely 100% should be more than 2-0. Let's have some loading, please. It's making my changes. There we go. Tempted to take Fekir off because he's done his job today, hasn't he, really? See how this goes first. Absolutely nothing. This second half has been an absolute dud. Nothing's happened. Oh, here we go. Fekir, Santa Maria, Mendy. If he finds Memphis, it's way offside anyway. Mendy's just going to keep going. Santa Maria. Anything from this is going to shoot? No, he's not. Chubarakpom, Memphis Depay. Were he offside? Does it count? I always look down at the bottom. I think it counts. Get in. I always look down at the bottom of the screen because that's where all the, you know, like the highlighted information used to come up last year. So it's really confusing to get used to the fact that it's at the top. But Santa Maria's ball into Chubarakpom. I'm surprised he didn't go for that, but he is playing the defensive forward. But hey, Memphis Depay gets a goal and kind of redeems himself to say that at halftime he was having technically like our worst performance. Let's bring on Cornet. The Cornetto. He can play as defensive forward. No, he can't. I'll keep him as the complete, but I'll swap him and Akpom around and change Akpom to a target man. Why not? Random formations. Well, not random formations, random player roles. I think that's the thing, though, especially in this year, because I didn't notice it that much last year, but this year, unless they convinced 100% suited to that role, it seems like then they're not highlighted as being very good in the role that you select them to play in, even though they can play it very comfortably, and stats wise they should find it really easy. Like shadow strikers, stat wise, Fekir and Depay, like, absolutely rinse it in the important stats for that position. So it's a bit strange that they're both like yellows and orange, like in comfortability. Tete, can't swing a good ball in. Oh, for Akpom we're going to get onto that. So I thought this was going to be a bit tougher, to be honest. In fact, no, I 100% thought this was going to be a bit tougher. Akpom picks it up. Santa Maria, good ball in. Or not. Toussaint, no, comes back to Memphis. Who finds Thomas Partey. Tete. And that was absolutely nothing. Great. Generic highlight. always commentate it. I think everyone always commentates those generic where nothing happens highlights. But anyway, guys, that's a pretty decent win. That's a very good win, actually, to be honest with you. If we look at the stats, like, to have that many shots, I mean, I would have preferred to have converted more, but I'm more than happy with that. Fekir getting a double. But Moreno just doesn't seem to... I know there's a couple of games there he scored in. But he just does not seem to be impressing like he did in pre-season. He looked really good in pre-season. So that's a little bit of a shame. In fact, that's a massive shame. But Tonelli seems to have been a great pickup, and so does Thomas Partey. I can't really say much about Santa Maria, because maybe that was just, you know, a small oversight from me, because I think I paid the same for Santa Maria as I paid for Thomas Partey. And the night and day difference. See, now it's doing this. Does this quite a bit. I think we're back. I don't know if it's just because it's the beta or whatever, or because now I've put the logos in, but every now and again, not all the time, just every now and again, it has that stutter. It's really strange. Like when I played it earlier this morning, just ran like a dream, and then like when I loaded it up like an hour ago, it's running way slower now, so I have no idea what's going on, and hopefully we haven't just crashed here. I'm praying to God that we have not crashed. Well, hey, huh? This isn't a thing. There we go. It's the beta, so I'm assuming that's what it's down to, because like I said, sometimes it just runs absolutely smoothly. I don't know if you guys have noticed any different issues with it. If you have, you know, feel free to leave a comment on it. But anyway, guys, that was part 2. I am going to come back. Where's the schedule? When are we going to come back? I might try and power through a little bit now, because I don't. If you've watched the series that I've done before, it's very rare that I've done 2 live comms or 2 episodes in such split time. I like to go a little bit further. I just think it's more interesting when I come back and there's more to talk about. Like in this episode, there wasn't that much to go through, so I think I was gonna say I'll do until Monaco, because that's a big game. But I might do until this Hapo will be a Shover or Shaver, whatever the hell their name is. Yeah, I think I might do until then. So do this chunk of games, then we can see really where we're at with Lyon and what's going on. If I don't do that Euro game, I may do another league game, because obviously I will contemplate coming back for the Monaco game. I think that's a big game up there in the top of the league, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't fully decide how I'm going to work. I've not figured out how I'm going to work the system out yet, because, like I said, normally I would have bigger gaps, so I would have showed you this one, and then the next time you'd have seen me probably would have been like the Angers game. So, but I think this time around I will split it up a little bit, you know, so it's more games we want to see, and not necessarily like 2 months, then I'll show you that game, 2 months, and then I'll show you that game kind of thing. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching this episode. I will see you in the next one, and hopefully the good form continues. We do have PSG next, so and we're away, so I'm definitely not, you know, counting my chickens on that one. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. See you in the next one.